Welcome to the World of Culture blog, where the world is culture, and so are you. Welcome to the World of Culture blog. I'm your host, Eddie Karam, and today we are going to look at the origins and differences of country and folk music. Now, these are two genres of music people can't really tell the difference between, so I'm here to help clarify between the two. To get a good idea of where these two genres differ, we have to look at their origins. Both came from the old Americana music, which was started by English-speaking settlers who came over from Europe. They moved over to the Appalachian Valley and started playing their folk music as a form of recreation. Folk music came from the more uplifting side of the old Americana music. Artists like Pete Seeger and Woody Guthrie wrote songs designated to uplift the masses. Whereas folk music started off as a grassroots approach, country music became a smash hit right overnight. Just like the internet, artists like Hank Williams and Hank Snow became famous through the Grand Ole Opry radio station. Unlike folk music, which was made to uplift the masses, country music was more of a personal outlet, made for sorrowful storytelling. Hank Williams and Hank Snow became famous for their storytelling abilities, and so did many other country artists at that time. Because country music was so personal, it was very apolitical at its apex, and soon evolved to becoming more right-wing. Merle Haggard wrote the song Okie from Muskogee as a response to the anti-war movement going on against the Vietnamese War. Where country music didn't become political until the 1970s, folk music was always political. It was a way to vent about the issues of the day, and to bring the masses together. They sang about copyright infringement, they sang about wage inequality, and they sang about the poor being screwed over by the rich on a daily basis, especially by the bankers. So to sum it up politically, folk music, left-wing, country music, apolitical, and later on became right-wing. Now to get into the sound differences, between the two genres of music, the best successor of the old Americana sound is the folk music movement, because it retains the old instruments those very same people used, not to mention having the same songwriting styles and the same twangy feel. Country music, on the other hand, is far more diverse. The two sounds that emerged over time were the Bakersfield sound and the Nashville sound. The Nashville sound is a very pop-oriented form of country music. It's very slick, very polished. They move away from the rhinestone images and go away from the cowboy outlook. Instead, they have a Frank Sinatra feel to them, and country musicians in this category wore suits and kind of resembled Frank Sinatra. The Bakersfield sound, on the other hand, was a lot less polished and a lot more lo-fi. They had the rock and roll badass imagery to it. They took that and they gave it an image that prisoners and outlaws all would love. People like Willie Nelson and Johnny Cash embraced this image and played it to the masses. Because of these two sounds, the country music genre is able to be very diverse. It could have that outlaw image, just like Willie Nelson, or it could have that good girl image, like Taylor Swift, and anywhere in between. Now, folk music, because it relies on the old traditional Americana sound and style, is a lot less diverse. It focuses on the upliftment of the masses. It focuses on the old sound. It focuses on fiddles and banjos. In conclusion, folk music is very left-wing, collectivist, and far less diverse, whereas country music tends to be apolitical or right-wing. It tends to focus on a personal story, and it tends to be very diverse. Now, these are just generalizations, and they don't go for every country and folk musician out there. Until next time, I'm Edward Karam. Have yourselves a nice day.